Hello, everyone. We're here. The Chris McNally Fan Group is here. Chris, Christina, and Roxanne. Here we are. Look, here we are.
Oh, my shirt.
Your shirt. Show your. I don't have sharp
Mine
pajamas
too.
on.
Mine too.
Yep.
I actually sent a shirt just like this to Brittany.
Yep.
When I posted that I had this on my Instagram, she's like, "Oh, I want one." So she sent me her address, and I sent her one. That was on my other Instagram account, which I don't have anymore.
I know.
I got shut down. So
I try to tag it as often as I can when I post things, so it gets more traffic. So
yeah,
hello, everyone. So Christina, what were you saying about the anniversary? This was what?
2 years ago today, it was premiered.
Cool.
Yes.
And right away we've got something from Susan. Susan says, I've got to say two things. First, Chris was in his element in this movie with all the puppies, and nobody looks better in jeans than our Chris. He stole my heart. He was wait a minute. He was in Handsome Overload.
Yeah, he
And
wore jeans in this a lot.
and his boots, right?
Almost every outfit change.
Yeah. Cindy says, I have that shirt, but I forgot to wear it tonight. So, Christina, when people go onto, is it Redbubble?
Yes.
When they go onto Redbubble and they buy any of the merch that's there, what happens with the proceeds, like the money?
The money goes to Wagmore Pets, helps them out. So,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's a good thing, just to keep in mind for everybody. Nikki, that's funny. She's saying hi. Cindy's saying he was rocking those jeans. I know. Yep, he was rocking those jeans. He doesn't need to rip off his shirt.
I have some of the dog treats. Here's 2 of the dog bones I made this afternoon, and Axel loves them.
And you can actually eat them yourself.
Oh, I know, but I'm afraid to. Here's a dog house.
Aww.
And then here is, if I can get this in the right direction, a dog.
Oh,
it's cute.
I did have a pile of poop somewhere too, but I don't know what happened to that.
That's all. Yeah.
Now, something else to remember, if you've just seen the movie, or you forgot, or you don't realize, we promoted it, and I had an interview with Brittany, and she talked a lot about the movie, and we talked also with Indy. Well, Indy is the dog's name in the movie, but the actual dog was on, and she smiled for us, even though I think Indy was a male in the story, and her owner and handler was there. We also met Umberly, who played her very good friend, and I think those 3 that we have, or I have all linked together in Tale of Love when you access the podcast, if you wanted to see any of it. And then if you go into the search button and you put Tale of Love, we went and we posted like recipes, like dog recipes. I think somebody put pup cups in there. There was all kinds of cool stuff that we put in. So you can still access that. Yes.
Well, when we did Sweetest Heart, I put the pup cups in there. Cupcakes or whatever.
That's true. So it'll come up, which is nice. Want to do our faves? You want to talk about all your faves?
Sure.
You can too. So I was interested in, do you have, outside of Chris, of course, a character that was your favorite that really stood out? And those of you that are with us, share it in the comments too. That's for you, Christina and Chris. Do you have a character?
Go ahead, Christina. I'm thinking.
Well, I liked her friend on there.
Oh, Maddie.
Yeah, I liked her, and I loved the grandma, her grandma. She was real nice.
The cast isn't really very big.
No, and I like that though.
Yeah, it wasn't really big.
Yeah,
but one of my favorite parts is when they're sitting on the couch and they're going through the photos
I
and
was
stuff
just
like
thinking
that.
of that, all the file and stuff.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts. I like
She
that.
falls asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Joanne is saying, I love Grandma Lily. I enjoy that actress in many of her movies. She's a wonderful actress.
She is. Yeah.
Cindy said she loves the grandmom. Susan says she loves the grandma. Lillian loves the grandmom. What about you, Chris? Besides, of course, JR.
Well, I liked also what is it, Ed? Because he knew the grandmother, but he ended up, I mean, it seems like a small town. Don't they ever see each other in the town? But
I know.
it sounded like they hadn't seen each other for a long time, and they became good friends real quick. And I thought he did a good job because he was also helping to find to locate and research in order to locate the document.
The missing deed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
My favorite character outside of Chris, and I did like Brittany's part. I did, but I thought they were really cute together. But I loved Indy. I thought Indy was like so cute. I loved all the puppies, but Indy did a good job. It was her first time, I think, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
acting in a movie,
Mhm.
and it's also one of my favorite interviews I've ever done.
Mm.
And it's funny because I'm interested in interviewing another canine actor. And I was like, and it's not my first time. So I sent that video off. And so I was looking at it just the other day and I was like, that was such a fun interview. She plays it. He is so cute. I remember she smiled, made her smile. The dog actually smiled. And there's a funny story that Brittany tells about where the dog was smiling, but she didn't think the dog was smiling. She thought the dog was showing her teeth at her, and she shares that in her interview.
I remember the owner said something about that Indy had a little bit of a setback with Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took him a
And we
while to
and we thought that
get
was
to know
so
each other.
ironic because Chris loves animals. He loves dogs.
Especially dogs. Cindy says it looked like those were actual pictures of Chris and Brittany when they were younger, and I'm pretty sure they were. They were.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. They were. Yes. I
Mhm.
love all those little behind the scenes cute things. And this is Arlene is saying, I love the scene with the special needs young man finding Stormy. And I think it was dogs
Yeah.
really do have a special connection with special need people. That was a cute storyline.
That
too.
was the collie that in the kid in the wheelchair. Is that what you were talking about?
Yes,
Is that what
pretty
Cindy's
sure.
talking about?
Yeah.
That was Willow that kid
Aw.
took.
Willow. All right. So what about a favorite scene? I know there's probably more than one, but what was it that really stood out to you that when you think of this movie, you're like, oh,
I liked it when Chris got caught eating dog biscuits. Loved that one.
I know. And he was chomping away and she's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cute.
Then before he took another one when he went to leave, he said, "These aren't human, right?" Or something like that.
Right, right. And if all of us that are here, I want you two to share so we can and show what you think too. I don't know what was one of my favorites, believe it or not. Because and I'm all about, I love when I forget that it's not real, right? I feel like have a window in. And I thought when they were out having like the fruit and the wine and sitting out on it was so relaxing, and I really felt like that was real, just the two of them getting to know each other, and it was a little romantic, and it was nice. And then I remember talking to Brittany and her saying that they always would get together at each night and sit together. There was a restaurant that was local that they would go in, but they would also hang out, I guess, around the lake or whatever it was, if I'm remembering correctly. It was just a small cast, so they bonded together every night. And I think that was just like a carryover, and why it seems so natural. It's like one of my favorites. That, and I love when he thinks he has to go and the dog is sad.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like the ending too.
Yeah, I missed
Really,
that. I was watching the movie just before we went on, and I
I w-
missed it.
what I
Of course,
really
I've
liked
seen it
about
many times,
what
but
I really liked is the colors. The colors in the movie were just so bright. Like the the flowers, the grass. I mean, the whole scenery was um, real springy, real bright colors.
And it
and
was
Ed brought the vase of
yes, the
flowers.
vase of flowers. That was part of the Spring into Love series. So and I was like, Spring into Love, but puppy love, puppy springtime. I thought, okay, that they can make anything like that fit. Arlene, you like the special snack date by the lake as well. And Joanne says she enjoyed the scenes between Lily and Bella because it seemed like a real grandmother and granddaughter and not acting. So
Mhm.
agree. They were great scene partners. I mean, they really were.
Yeah,
And I feel like in real life, they probably feel that way as well.
And the
Yeah.
grandmother, she ended up breaking down, and she got a big hug and from Lily and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was
and
nice.
I want to say something. I know when the movie came out, a lot of people were griping about how is that real that the manuscript, like the papers
Yeah.
were missing.
Yes.
People were saying that's so unreal because that kind of stuff. Let me just tell you,
You've
okay,
lived it.
I'm living it now after my dad passed. I'm going through all of his paperwork and I'm trying to find certain things, and I'm like, I get it.
Yep.
I totally get what they went through. And I rewatched that part again, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is me right now,
It was me about 8 years ago when we were looking stuff of my
Yeah.
dad's.
And I
So
remember when that happened, our good friend Nancy said, "Oh, wait, I know that that can happen," because she was saying how it happened to her when she was trying to get things in order and
Yeah.
look for something.
yep, it's a
So
real life thing.
it is. And in his case, they hid it for safekeeping, thinking it was obvious, but then and you know how that goes, where you hide something for safekeeping, and if you don't tell someone, it gets lost.
Oh
And you
yeah. Well, my dad did that many times. He was 93 years old. He would put something away and then he'd be like, "Oh, I can't remember where I put that." And I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah.
it happens."
Sometimes I stop to think maybe I should start writing these things down where I put
Yes.
Hey,
things or where they are.
Yes.
I
Because
have to.
even
I have
me,
to start writing, especially passwords.
Yes.
I don't remember passwords for nothing.
oh, I've got all
True.
those written down.
Jean says, I like the scene where they were having snacks by the lake. Chris keeps putting fruit and keeps putting fruit and spring water.
Yeah.
And Ava says, I actually like the TV reporter barging in. That's true. That was fun and
Yeah,
spicy.
she was good.
Barging into Rachel's office to ask her about kicking Bella out of her property. And the reporter realized what a witch that woman was. I know that was good.
And she was going to walk her out, and she says, I know the way out, or something, Queenie.
Yeah.
Yeah. She called her Queenie. That was cute. I did that with my husband's stuff, and it was like finding landmines.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we understand. And then it was like, it also allowed us to get a glimpse because it was such a small cast, but a lot going on. It also allowed us to get a glimpse into their history and their lives, and have sentimental moments and between the grandmother and her, which allowed us to see her sad and break down. So I like the element of it. And if people don't realize, this was like a family affair for Brittany because her mother, I believe, was the screenwriter.
Yeah.
Her father was like the producer, and they helped with
It was a
directing.
big family affair. I remember
Yes, the
Brittany
directing of
talking
it.
about it.
Yep, and of course, she was the lead in it. And, it had been made, and it was like a couple years before it actually got purchased because it kept not that nobody wanted it, but they were sort of like to me, I'm thinking it was like a bidding war, who wanted it the most kind of thing. I could be wrong, but I was glad that Hallmark got it because we,
Yeah.
we turned out to be. I wonder what the ratings were for that one. I forget.
Mhm.
My mom always hides things behind picture frame backs. That's true. Ava,
Oh,
yes. Ava says, I liked Ed and the grandmother kind of starting a special friendship. They did.
Mhm.
They did. They
Yeah,
did.
that's what
liked
I
it.
mentioned too. Yeah.
And I liked the when they're washing the dogs. They're really washing the dogs. And that was funny because they shake it off and they got all messy. And I remember talking to Brittany about a real rescue, and the one that was near and dear to her heart was someone who was friends with Umberly, and the person also is an actor, I think. But they have a rescue called Peanut Nutter, something like that. It's
Yeah.
cute. Yes, and that one is a small local local one in Canada. And if anybody is interested in it, there is a clip about that too. So if anybody wanted more info, they could find it. Jan says, sorry, I'm late. Hi, I understand grandma's feelings and having to leave behind a part of her husband. I
Oh, yeah,
know.
that
I,
was
I really did
really
like
sad.
I really did like how they showed how the grandma was trying to move on and with that other guy, and they had like a little bit of thing going on. That was kind of cute too.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
And then, of course, they had the fair where they usually raise a lot of the money. It was funny how they had that basket of stuff and they held it just so, and there were a lot of name brands in it. And I think that had something to do with the production. Just
That could,
put it just so you could see the product, which I thought was great. One of the best, this is like a sidebar, and I don't know if I mean I've watched Home Alone, both of them so many times, but the original many, many, many times. And it is so cool how they place their products for that movie. Like when they're throwing something in the trash can, it zeroes in. When he's eating a snack, it zeroes in. When things are on the counter, it zeroes in. There were so many different brands that help make that. And sometimes when you watch certain movies, and I guess it depends upon the production company, how they're getting their money, sometimes you'll notice there are certain brands that are in the film. And
Mhm.
that this is one of them in that basket. Yeah. Joanne says, I like the mean lady Rachel because she stayed mean. You know what? Somebody else said that. There wasn't like an arc for her when she
oh
suddenly
yeah.
she was mean to the very end, right? She was a good actress. And
How
she
did
yeah.
she know? And I just noticed that tonight when I was watching the movie. How did she know that that stack of papers that was on JR's desk and he was on the phone with Ed? How did she know that that's what the papers were that they'd been looking for, or even if she knew they were looking for papers?
Mm,
But it was even upside down.
She
And
overheard something, I think. I forget. They show you, but she doesn't say anything. He doesn't realize that she hears whatever. I think that's what
right.
it
okay,
yeah.
because it,
Yeah.
it just occurred to me tonight when I was watching. I go, how does she know that those are the papers that she needs to get a hold of? And she just takes the top one and
Well,
goes
when I was looking it
start
up, like where
copying.
it was filmed, it says that it was filmed at the Humane Society in North Bay or Ontario.
Yes. Oh.
Hmm.
So it
Okay.
was at a Humane Society where it was filmed.
Yeah, they had all the puppies. Joanne says, I like the relationship between Ed and Lily, and I'm not Joanne said that. And Jan said, I think it was cute to try and move on, but I don't think it was intended to be more than a friendship, like a companionship. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see. Nikki was saying just like E.T. and the Reese's Pieces. Boom chicka pop. Yep. Boom chicka pop was one of the things.
Yeah,
I know.
in
I
that
know.
basket. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the remark that Rachel said to JR and made him think she was romantic with him? Oh wait, she does. She kind of leads on. That's right. She makes what is Brittany's character's name? Why can't I remember what her name is?
Bella.
How did I forget that? Yeah, it makes Bella think that maybe there was something going on. I forgot about that. Yeah, she was a little devil. That little
Mhm.
I actually like when the Rachel who was buying the business kind of made a pass at JR and he was like, ew.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
He didn't
Yeah.
want anything to do with her.
Yeah. He was like, no, thank you. Oh.
Yes, it says Jan saying I think she was familiar with similar documents. Her Jay are talking about it, about finding it and grabbed it in the case. Yes, and I remember that too. And Avis says Rachel was so mean talking to Bella and telling her that Jared was going to be his business partner and offering her a donation. Oh yeah, remember? Like sort of like pay you off, goodbye, get off, and here the property's hers anyway. I
Mhm.
know. I know.
I like the
Um,
way Bella told her to get off the property because it wasn't hers
yes.
yet.
Yes, they gave
Yeah.
it to her. Now, there one of the things that I thought was interesting was the clothing. Like Chris, you were talking about all the colored shirts that Chris wore, right? And he wore a lot of blue, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just every shade of blue and style of shirt, and
Yeah.
it cracked me up because I was trying to find something to
Jeans,
wear
lots
similar.
of jeans.
And jeans the whole time.
Yeah.
And his boots. Now, I also remember when we were seeing the promos and I was talking to Brittany, her dresses, her clothes were gorgeous.
Right.
And she said they tell a story, and they do. You'll see her colors and her dressing one way, and as the story moves on and she falls in love and she just evolves, her clothing changes and it's bright and it's and not that it was frumpy before, but it's really bright and out there. She looked gorgeous. She looked absolutely
Yeah. That's like I said, like all the colors in the whole movie just were so vibrant and bright and
yeah. And Ava says, I like the olive green shirt he wore while drinking a cup of coffee.
oh
That was, I think, well, he had that one and a white one on at the end. Those
yes.
were the only two colors of shirts that weren't blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Nikki,
shade or blue of one.
Nikki's
or the
still
other.
on the ET movie, really wanted to use M&Ms in the movie, but they said no, so they went with Reese's Pieces, and I know that made that so famous. I can't eat a Reese's Pieces without thinking of that movie. Yeah,
Mhm. I think those were new at the time too.
they were.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, they were.
I like the white and black shirts on him. The green shirt was nice too. Let's face it, Chris looks good in it all. Yes, he can leave his clothes on. He doesn't need to take his clothes
And
off.
he looks great.
He does. We don't need to objectify the man's body. Okay, I always find it interesting that Chris wears so much blue, but his eyes are hazel. Meh, it's all right. I bet you he doesn't even think about it.
He looks good in blue.
But the art department does, or the costumers probably do. They know what they're doing, especially when it's on camera. So you want to play the game, or did you want to talk about more of your favorites?
We can go
No,
ahead.
let's play it again.
All right, you're all going to play the game with us. First of all, you've seen this before, and there's a little story behind it. So the bundle it's called the bundle game, and the bundle game is the coolest thing ever. If you don't already know about this, if you remember Jackie Collier, I actually interviewed her and her sister. So there is that out there in the podcast somewhere. It's about 2-3 years old. She used to be the official with it was Jax and Shaw. They used to be the official podcasters.
Oh, I remember them.
For Hallmark and When Calls the Heart, especially, but all of Hallmark. And then Hallmark wound up doing their own thing, and they wound up doing their own thing. If you happen to come to Christmas Con and Hallmark Christmas Con in New Jersey, you will see them there. They moderate, they participate. Jackie's been in some movies, and I love her. Anyway, she and her sister, they have a company that makes games. And it's cool because it's a great, great legacy for your family. Because if it's like you want to give it as a gift for someone's special birthday or an anniversary or something, you answer all these questions, and they turn the game into questions that have to do with you. And this one was for When Calls the Heart. It's official, and you can buy it on the it's older though.
Yeah, I think you can make your own.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You fill out the form, and then they wind up making one for you. So they made one when we were talking about it. They made one for Brittany because they're friendly. And Brittany had a special showing in Canada at one of the theaters. And for I guess a small group of people in Canada, they had the games made up. And I wanted to get my hands on one, but that didn't happen, but I still might be able to. But anyway, there's some out there floating around just for this movie. So we made up our own version. So, we played this before at one of our Hardy's premiere parties. Remember, we had a sleepover party, like kind of thing. So there's parts that are called Act It Out. I'm going to make the girls act it out, and you got to guess, but you're going to work it out with us too.
Yeah.
There are challenges. And there's a name four things. And then there's also pick your destiny. And that has to do with rolling the dice and moving around. So we're making up our own little version as we go along. They have like a little game board. Let me see if I can find. Here it is. The game board's cute. The game board's cloth. And you move around. And of course, if we were really playing it, you have the opportunity. Cards are where they are, and you have the opportunity to. Is it upside down?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought
It's
you were gonna continue to turn it.
I am not Vanna White. Fired. So it's cool. It's cloth. So we're playing our own version. Are you people ready? Are we ready? All right. So we're going to start off with, and this is for everybody, us including them and those that are out there. This is for all of us, and it is a name for either names of dogs in the movie or 4 types of dogs, like breeds of dogs that were in A Tale of Love. Let's see who's got it. Let's see what we have and put it in your comments. I'm curious to see.
Are we just supposed to write ours down?
No, you could tell us ours. I want to see what everyone else is. And there's a 10-second delay. So anyone have 4 names or 4 breeds of dogs? I know Christina, I don't remember all the names, but Chris, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said 4, Nikki. Nikki, you gave me 1. Nikki, that's only 1.
There was, you want me to name all 4 of them?
Sure,
Or
name
you want
4.
to wait and see if other people come up with something?
Well, Nikki says she remembers a Pickles.
I don't remember that one, but
Was there a Pickles?
I don't remember.
What do you think? What are some names? Oh, here's somebody.
These are brand names, breeds. But the names of the dogs, I had Finnegan, Cupcake, Indy, and Willow.
People are saying Indy, Willow, and Pickles. There must have been.
I do think there is a Pickles.
We forgot Pickles. We're sorry, Pickles. And Cindy said, Avis is going fast. Cindy says Beagles, Collie, Shepherd, Poodle. Avis says Collie, German Shepherd, Terrier, and Yorkie. And then we've got Janice who says German Shepherd, Beagle, Chihuahua. I killed that spelling. We got it.
I can never spell it either. Good thing
That's all right.
spell check comes up.
I have a Chihuahua and I can never figure out how to spell it.
Wiener dog. There were all kinds of cutie patooties. What do you have, Chris? What do you have?
I already mentioned it. It's Finnegan was a mutt, and we said he was I forgot what we said he was. Cupcake was a Yorkie. Indy is the German Shepherd, a type of German Shepherd, and Willow was a Collie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lillian remembers Pickles, Willow, Indy, and Peanut.
A Beagle, yeah.
Yes, I know. And it was so cool because it was a rescue. And like you said, they really were there at the Humane Society, right? So they had access to all those. I remember how she would go and feed them and walk around, and they had their cute little turfy type area that looked like they were outside, but they were really inside with those little fences. It was so cute.
Yeah.
And the little dog prints.
The Beagle reminded me of my daughter sent a picture of her dog today, and she rescued a Beagle in January after she left here, and she Birdie sitting up in her office chair like, you can't have this chair, it's mine now.
Well, I have 6 dogs, so my house is kind of like a Humane Society.
All right, so to go forward, we're going to pick a destiny. So as we were going around, we all advanced. What was it? I love the TV show and Cats. That was true, Susan. I forgot about that. Yes, you're right. And they were watching cat videos. That was funny.
Yeah, it was.
Heinz 57 was a mutt.
Oh, okay.
This is cute that everybody remembers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought Finnegan was a Russell Terrier.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we were talking about that. Okay, so
Yeah.
now we're going to do a pick your destiny. So here is our destiny. A dog is adopted from the rescue. Oh, so we're going to roll the dice and move ahead. And when we roll the dice, it came out to number 2. So
Two.
that means we're going to go with up and acted out.
Oh
So
boy.
our admins, they volunteered because I forced them. They're going to act it out. Now you have to tell us what part of the movie we are acting out. So we're going to go with the first one, number 1. Who's doing number 1? I forget. Is it you?
Chris.
Me.
All right. Okay, everyone. We need your help. What part of the movie is she acting out?
I'm not going to eat it.
Oh, come on.
I could.
What is she acting out? Oh God, I love it.
They don't
And then-
know.
They know. It just there's a delay.
There, Nikki got it. I see
And
Nikki.
Chris eating dog cookies. She said the whole thing, yeah. And then right after that, Susan got it, eating dog cookies. Avis got it. Jean got it. Jan, Arlene, everyone's getting it. That's one of your favorite parts, right, Chris?
Mhm. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, you ready? Now we go on to the challenge. And this is for everybody. Oh, I like, you know what? This is actually more appropriate. It wasn't Chris eating the dog snacks. It was JR eating the dog snacks. Good
Right.
job, Catherine. Good job. Good job. Okay. So our next one is a challenge. And there's no like correct answer, but we do remember that they had this title that kept changing. Do you remember? What was the original title? It wasn't always called
It was called
I
Dog
don't
a
remember.
dog named Indy.
Dog named Indy. Then they flipped it to A Tale of Love. But if we had to call it something else, I'm interested in seeing what people would do. So what would be a cool name? What do you think, girls, while they're writing theirs down? You have a cool name for any of them? How about Puppy
Mhm.
Love?
Puppy Love. Yeah. That's really
they
cute.
called it Puppy Love. Right?
Save the rescue. Rescue the rescue.
What about, yes, what a rescue, like they needed rescuing, both of the main characters, right? Both of them needed some
Yeah, maybe like Love and Rescue.
yes, or rescue me or something. You know that song, Rescue. Love to the rescue. Oh,
Yeah, Love to the Rescue. That's cute.
Cindy. I like that one. I'm voting for that one. That one is cute. Anyone else? We got any other clever peeps here? I like that. That is really good. Okay. Love that. All right. So next we have where are we? We are going to go to that's final bundle. Okay. All right. What's wrong? You laughing at me? Oh, what?
No, me.
Christina's shaking her head.
I'm not. No, because I got an acting out part
It's coming. It's
coming
coming.
up. You know, so
All right. So now this time is another name 4, and then we're done with the name 4s. Animal rescues, puppy love, love to the rescue. I still love Cindy's love to the rescue. All right. So this is a name 4. Name 4 characters from the movie. 4 characters from the movie. And then we're done with the name 4s. 4 characters from the movie.
Oh, I think you're right, Cindy.
What?
Well, no, Lillian.
Yes. Yes. Love
what
to the
she
rescue.
said.
You know what? It came out after, though. It came after the
Yeah,
show.
it did.
Yes.
It did.
JR, Bella, here we have Cindy said Lily, Rachel, JR, and Bella. Nikki says JR, Bella, Ed, and Lily. JR, Bella, Grandma, and Ed. Rachel, JR, Bella. You know what else? We can also add Indy. Indy was a character.
Or Maddie.
Maddie,
yeah.
It wasn't a big cast. It was very intimate, like an intimate cast, and I like when that happens. Good job. All right. So now we're going to pick a destiny. A large monetary donation is given to the shelter from an anonymous fan group. How about that? We get to roll the dice. Who was that fan group, I wonder?
I wonder.
We got a number 3, which takes us to a challenge. Okay. So $10,000. Yeah, we know. Allie is Allie. I can't even understand me. I'm writing. Tale of Love aired in the Spring into Love 2022 lineup, and as an original movie. Where was it in the lineup? Was it the first, the second, or the last? And by the way, there were five that month. 5 that aired. Was it the first, the second, or the last?
Oh, I don't even know this.
What do you think it was? Just curious.
I think it was the 4th.
4th? What'd you think it was?
I would say the second.
Okay. Somebody put first.
Giving a guess.
First, second.
Because April might have been all spring movies, and by the time the 23rd came, it might have been around the 4th.
Sharon Martin is correct. It was the last. It was the last one. It was also one of the last to get a poster. For the longest time, it was.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, we were making posters like crazy because we didn't have one.
We made our own poster. Took them.
If you remember though, the same thing happened with 3 beds, 2 baths, and 1 ghost.
We had to make up our own stuff. That just makes it more fun. Sharon got it. Joanne and Jean. Yes, it was the last one. Like Lillian had gotten it. Good. Someone thought third. Nope, it was last. Okay, now that brings us to Act It Out. All right, everyone. You have to see if you could guess. You love this. This is funny. Christina is going to act it out. Go ahead, Christina. What part of the movie is she acting out? I love it. It's great. It's great. Give everybody a minute to type, and then there's like
that's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, because I'm watching the chat on my phone.
She's still doing it. Where is everyone? Come on.
Acting it out. Come on.
There, Mavis. Mavis got it.
All right. Mavis says, reading through the files and boxes. Jar looking through the stuff on his desk. No. Bella looking through papers. Bella and Jar looking for the missing documents. Yes. You got it. It was Bella looking for the papers. I know. Grandma
treated me fine.
Grandma can't find the papers. It's so cute. I love it.
You never saw her looking through for them.
No, she always gave it to.
Yeah,
Bella.
she always gave that part to everybody else, you know.
Yeah, JR was searching around too and helped her. Remember, that's how she was going through the stuff, and they fell asleep. I know, looking for the documents. I love it. Okay, this is our final bundle. So this, I want to hear what everyone has to say. Okay, pretend that you have the opportunity to meet your favorite actor from this movie. What would you say? What would you say? So you got to write who the actor is and then what you would say.
I'd say hi.
I'm going to write mine in the chat. I'm going to share. I'm going to say here. Well,
can I say, or are we allowed to say? No? Well, I would pick the actor Chris McNally.
Yeah, that's what I was saying hi to.
And I would ask him if he appreciates the fan group.
He does. I know that answer.
Maybe I would ask him if he ever tunes into any of our podcasts. That he would be.
Good question.
He does
part
tune
of
into
the subject.
Yes, he's tuned into things that I've done. He told me that, but I don't he didn't get into all the specifics. I think he said he paid attention to the breakdowns, he called it, that we did of the When Calls the Heart, I think. What did I write? I wrote Chris would be my favorite actor from the movie. And I would say, hi, you're a really talented actor and you make me forget you were acting.
Good.
Good
Of
one.
course,
That's a
Chris.
good one.
I
That's it. That's the way he acts, though.
I know.
It's part of him.
Jan
takes
is
it
saying,
on.
of course, Chris, of course it's Chris. I really love your characters as well as you and your family.
Lillian, you got it,
Wow.
girl.
You know why I'm laughing is because I brought that up when we were waiting to go out to talk, to start our podcast. I mentioned it, and then I mentioned it, of course, on air about him and his whisper talk. And can you whisper talk?
Only Lillian would ask that.
Mhm.
Oh, I love it. Susan says, Chris, I would love to hear about him being a dad. Aw. And you know what, Susan? He shared quite a bit about being a dad with us when he chatted with us like around Christmas time, remember?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
he told us some cute, fun stories and I didn't even ask at all. I never would bring it up because it would, it's up to him. Wait a minute, Chris, stuff a chicken for me. Did anybody buy that cookbook? I know that who bought the book? Who was it that bought the cookbook and they got it from their mom for Christmas?
I don't remember.
I don't remember who told me that. I forget now.
Chris, I know a question we could ask him if he ever got the T-shirt and if he ever wears it.
Yes, he did get it. We know that. I don't know if he wears it. That would be cute if he did, though.
I wish he would send us a picture with him wearing it. That would be cool.
You know that if you wanted to resend stuff, that's the question that I asked him off air because I wanted to know what he had to say. And
we'll have to resend him one and his daughter.
He was receptive to receiving things, and he told me exactly how to go about it so we know it would get in his hands, because I know that we tried to send something for him before and it wound up coming back, remember, because people thought that they could send it on to the location where I look so pale and weird, it's the lighting, but someone I forget, people were sending all these cards for his birthday and it was all in the wrong place. So, but we know where they can go now. Let's see, Chris, but I think I would just stutter and shock. Yeah, he did. He did thank us for a t-shirt and a post. He did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That was the first birthday one that we got.
Yeah. And the fundraiser.
Yes.
Wagmore. What is your process in memorizing your lines? Catherine, did you see? He tells us that answer, doesn't he? He tells us in his chat with me. He thanked you for your yes. I also asked him when he was coming for a visit. Yes, Jan. When is he coming? He could come stay. He could come stay at the beach house, bring your family. Just come on over. I'm ready. I wonder if he got his mini Lucas. I bet you did. He did. We sent it to the proper place. Yeah, I helped her with that. I forgot if I did help her, and then I went and I looked and I did. Yes. Okay. Oh, these are great questions. I remember when we asked him, or I didn't, but someone had wanted to know who he identified the most with. Like, what character did he feel was most like him? Do you remember what his answer was? He said Lucas.
I was going to just ask you from which show or movie.
Anything, from anything he ever did. And he said Lucas. Yeah.
Lucas, yeah.
And I'm not surprised because I do see a lot of those qualities. Yeah. It was Lucas. Yeah. And he does very much appreciate the fan group. He does. He really does. All right. This was fun. Did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. And then what's next month? What did we decide for May? What comes out in May? Which one of his doing?
Maybe the Pink Ladies.
Is that what it was?
Or did they start in June?
I don't know. I have it written down somewhere. I forget.
I think they did. I think it was Pink Ladies. Yeah.
Nikki, you're right. He said Mr. Daniels, but he was only joking. And then he said Lucas. Yeah. Yeah. Right, Cindy. You're right.
Yeah, I remember that now.
You
Yeah.
girls hung on every word. Okay. Every word. That's because I said he's stingy and scroogey with his interviews. His new movie, Susan, comes out in May. Yes. We'll have fun with
There
that.
you go.
We're doing the anniversaries. Happy anniversary. Happy
Yeah.
anniversary. So what in the world is it for May? Is it Pink Ladies? Is it? I forget what we. Oh, when was Firefly? I forgot.
Oh,
I don't
Well,
remember.
you know what? We'll
I
get
think
back to
you know what I think. I think Firefly and I think Pink Ladies all came
It was
on at the
basically all the same
same
time.
month.
Yeah, I wrote it down on a somewhere when I was out to dinner and I was by myself and I wrote down all the
Yeah,
dates.
I think those both came out same month.
I forget how we were going to do it though, but that's okay. We'll
I'm
figure
sort
it
of
out.
looking here in my notes.
That's what it was. Pink Ladies started in April but finished in June, and we were going to go with June for Pink Ladies. So I
Okay.
don't for May. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. Maybe get Chris back on to talk about tip line mysteries, please. Nikki, I will try, but when do you do Haven? I don't know. He do Haven. We'll figure it out for you. It'll be a surprise, surprise. So just wait and look on the page. That would be nice, Nikki. But he's a busy man and he has
Maybe he's doing another movie.
and he's busy and he has specific I don't want to say theories. I don't know what the word is that I can't find, but he has reasons for not doing many interviews and they're good and they're valid. And it's not because he doesn't like talking to us, because he does. It is nothing like that. And it's not like because he's, shying away from social media or anything. It's just part of his work ethic and how he feels like he should go about promoting things. And I'm
Maybe since he's trending so much, he might be getting a new movie, another new movie.
yeah, maybe, or better yet, I bet, because this is good for all you out there that are doing this trending. Thank you. You are the best.
Yes.
One of the things I did right away was when it first started happening, I sent it to his peeps and I said, look, this is our plan. Look what we did the first time out. And we plan on doing it every single Sunday. So we put it on the radar. And they've noticed, he noticed, and so did Julie.
Yes, that was so awesome.
No, and they retweeted or commented, I think, on some of Christina's things. But here's the thing that I love. I love it that Hallmark sees it, and that's why I always add it to Hallmark,
Yes.
because this movie right now that's coming out is on the Hallmark Movies Now, and what they often do is they premiere it there, but they make it a premiere also. They call it a premiere if they choose to put it on Hallmark Channel, or this might be a good one for the mysteries. So Hallmark Mysteries and Movies is just Hallmark Mysteries now. So there's a chance, and it might not be right away. It might be 6 months or a year later, but I think they would be dumb not to do it. So that's why yes, somebody asked me if I was going to promote it. Yes. Will I be promoting and reviewing his new movie? Oh, yes, Rooney. I am. I'm on it today. I already know who his co-star is. I'm trying to find out more info. I was trying to find out who was the publicist in charge of it. And for some reason, I couldn't access my account. I was locked out of it, but I'll figure it out. Yes, we will be on that. We will be promoting that, promoting. And I think it will be fun, for him to come on and talk about it eventually, right?
They're saying Sailing into Love was in May.
Oh, that could be.
Because we gave out a sailboat, and I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I've got my bracelet right here. I was doing something with it.
Oh, I'm tweeting.
Put the little girl on it.
I'm tweeting Chris McNally, Lucas Bouchard, more McNally movies at Chris McNally and at Hallmark. Yeah.
And Jolly be good or what was it, the song. I mean the other tweet, the other hashtag is that they sang for him, the Lucas, that song. that for some reason that people are hashtagging that.
Okay. Martha, you're correct. If you retweet and you quote the retweet, when you go and you hit quote, you hit quote for retweeting, and then you put the hashtags again, and that helps. But if my fingers are fast, I've been locked out and had to prove I was a human many
Yeah,
times.
people were asking me about that. Some of them got locked out, and so it happens.
He's a jolly good fellow.
That's it. Thank you.
If you want to send him something, Teresa, you email me or message me, and I can help you out. Yes. Okay. Oh, Cindy, I didn't have a chance to say this, but this is the new hashtag. Nikki thought it up. It's so stinking good. Vests over chests.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Listen,
I love it.
I by no means do not like when someone talks about the actors, the humans, I call them, right? When they talk about the humans, because they're human and they have feelings, and it's rude, and who are we, right? Everybody, to each his own. You know what I mean? We like oh, he's unhandsome. Oh, he is. There's a pot for every, there's a lid for every pot kind of story. We can't get into that. That's not us. But I was so sad when I stumbled over to X for a minute. I don't know why I do it to myself. And I saw people actually saying things about Chris, the actor, which were inappropriate. And I was like, the whole thing is inappropriate, I thought, for the show. Even if it was Chris who did that, I wouldn't have liked it. And why is it that the men would do that? Do we want to see Elizabeth walk out in her bra and undies? Do we want to see that? That would be like, right? Well, we're looking at his bare chest. It's wrong. I am sorry. I'm sorry. So I love, love, love vests over chests.
Yes,
That's like so perfect.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It is good.
I like grass
Cute,
on my
Jane.
playground. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is hilarious. Okay. We're taking that off. Oh my God. Oh, that killed me. Oh my God. Why was it not trending on Sunday? It was. They were. Equa, I have to tell you, trending is not as easy to figure out as you think. When you click on, I never saw it once trending, yes, on Sunday. And then everybody else could see it trending. And here's why. Maybe you weren't on. I wasn't on a lot. And because I wasn't on a lot, it's not going to show up for me. And it's not an easy thing to find. They don't have it set up that it makes it easy, but other people post and you can see it was definitely trending. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was trending.
And it's really good to look at what's trending in the United States, because what's trending for you, it was trending for me, all kinds of Nathan stuff. And I said, that is because, and not that I mind, but why it was trending like that for me was because when I was posting stuff, I have all these people following me, mentioning stuff about Nathan. And I'm like, why are you doing that? I'm not posting about him. Why? Why? So that's what showed up in mine. Yeah. But it's cool because, and Hardee's does, like someone was asking me why Chris always puts Hardee's down. It's because he should,
Yeah,
because
he's promoting his show.
that's even what Brian Bird said. The first hashtag should be Hardee's, and Nielsen is tracking that trending hashtag. They are calculating and looking at what's trending. So that's why they do Hardee's. That's their livelihood. They should. I think
Right.
all the actors should.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
promoting his show.
I saw a post, that response, and I think it was awesome. I saw you post that response and think it was awesome. Okay. All right. They're talking to each other. Sweats. No, vest over chest. How perfect. Adding it to my repertoire. I know it's really good. I know. How do you know if you are on US or Canada? It's confusing. It says, Nikki, we are not from Canada. We're from the United States. So they know that. And it'll say trending in the United States, where when you're in Canada, it says trending in Canada. It tells you. It tells you. Or so I think. Like, I don't know everything. Let me just stop there. All right, I'm tired. This was nice. We went to almost an hour. What do you want to say, girls? I'll shut up.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
Yeah, this was fun. We'll
Yes.
see you guys next month on whatever movie we decide to
I think it's
review.
Sailing to Love.
Sailing to Love.
I
Okay.
wonder if his co-star would like to pop on and talk to us.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like Sailing. I like that
that
movie.
was my favorite movie. Of
We
his.
talked to one of his co-stars, all grown up. He was the young Nick in The Way Home, remember?
Mhm.
Yes, he was a little guy on there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Good movie.
All right, Lucy. Thank you. Good night. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.